Hi, it's Daisy and welcome to my channel. Today I am making these cute little things, yeah, from, it's apparently shipping labels, but I make my own shipping label, and you don't even have to do it like this. You could do it in a totally different way. Okay, I don't show you this, but I just show you going through it. I do actually show you doing one of them because there was a request from Valerie. Thank you so much. I think it was Valerie, I bet that's right. And she asked me how to do the flower child quote thing. So I've shown you that one. So it's different to the other one I've done. I've done the flower child on the, I thought I'd do something slightly different. I think that's really nice though, isn't it? Orange, well actually there is orange on here. But yeah, and there's blue as well, so that's good. Oh, look at that. I'll show you the birdie stencil as well that I've done. Okay then, so thank you so much, and please give me a thumbs up, that'd be absolutely amazing, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and please interact. It does help my channel to grow, making comments, liking the video. Thank you so much, and let's go. Yeah, right then, this one's my best ones, but I'm going to show you this one first. I haven't finished it yet because I want to do the last page possibly on video because I want to show somebody wanted to know something. Right then, I like this one. Okay, so this is what I've done in this journal. Okay, that's a copy of some flowers, similar flowers to Karen Elaine. Yeah. Right, that one's sort of, this is when it starts to get really bad. But I just thought I'd fill this is when it was really late last night. I've just got one to fill there. Okay, but I'm really pleased with this one that I did the other day. That one took 1 day, so it probably took several days. But once you've got the idea, you can copy it again, I suppose. Yeah, so I did that a while ago. I cut it out as, I think it's a copy. Just realised I've got the window open, yeah. I was recording birds earlier anyway. I still got my thumbs totally covered in. Luckily. Right, I've shut the window. So I made this. This is my own drawing, but it could just as well be anything out of a book. You could cut that sort of thing out of a book and then add a quote or something like that. You could also print out the quote, etc. You don't have to write it yourself. You don't have to do this. I've got other suggestions you could make with these. And then I've got another quote there, and some foam stamp leaves, foam stamp cats, and I love this one. A happy arrangement. Many people prefer cats to other people, and many cats prefer people to other cats. Mason Cooley. I love that. Yes, that's some of ours, and that's a bit like our Jubbly, and that's a bit like our Benny. Jubbly's a bit intolerant of some cat. Benny doesn't like Arwen. Yeah, so, but he loves us. They love us, yeah. Everyone likes birds, wild creatures, more accessible to eyes and ears, as close to us and everyone in the world as a universal as a bird. I'm not quite sure how to read that out, but that's how the quote was. David Attenborough. And it's, yeah, that's a point, yes. So when they're doing these birds, you can see that those little top lot things are all over the place, and that one's sort of like straight. So that one looks a bit smitten with him, and he looks a bit, hold on a minute, what's going on here? And then there's just those two having a conversation. Yeah, and then there's that one as well, which I really like. Maybe you can read that okay. Yeah, I think I was falling asleep there, but it says mysteries at the end. Yeah, falling asleep. It's hilarious. It's a state of usual, isn't it? Right, so I really like that, but you don't have to do quotes. But I really like, that's why this is what inspired me to do this. So it's watercolour paper in the middle I've used. You don't have to use watercolour paper in the middle. You can use lime paper. You can even use, yeah, you can use index cards. That's exactly the right size. I can't even get them out because Perfect for index cards, actually, that's exact size. So you could actually use those. Exact size for index cards. These 6x4 ones. Just don't look at my thumb. That's disgusting. So you could use that. Now it's because I've got ink. What happened was I've got ink. I didn't follow the instructions. I've got ink everywhere, and it's a really. I'm not going to get that ink again. It's not the one I wanted. I'm going to use my own ink, own concoction. Yeah. Yeah, so that's perfect. This isn't my paper. This is the collage soup paper. I'm using watercolour paper in there. Oh yes, I've noticed something. Right, yeah, I did this the wrong way round, if you look. So it doesn't really matter which way round you do it. Okay, but it's supposed to be like that. Really, it's supposed to have that on the right. But I've got that on the left, and it's fine, and it's slightly thinner. Oh yeah, I know what I've got to remember to do. Right, okay, so let me show you what I've got to I'm making. Right then, so what I'm going to do now is to collage. Okay, so this is a shipping tag. It's not actually a shipping tag, it's a pretend shipping tag. Okay, but you can use the shipping tag if you've got this. I've never seen them before, so I don't know if they even exist over here. But these are 8x4. Okay, I've made them into a tag. I've added a hole there. Okay, so let's just move these other things out of the way a minute. Right, so I'm going to just collage. Got these 3 similar colours. You don't have to have similar, you can have totally contrasting stuff, of course. And yeah, that would fit there, but I've got to be careful. Oh, I tell you, you've got to be careful of now. Yeah, apart from knocking the camera, you've got to be careful of, there might be a bend here. So you need to have that either. Yeah, perhaps more like that would do it. And I think I'm going to use Mod Podge actually. I didn't use Mod Podge in the other one. I found this finally. Makeup. This is not the one I normally. It is a round one that I normally use for Mod Podge. I must have been using it for acrylic. See, that's a good thing about these. They don't. Yeah, you can just peel the stuff off. Yeah, peel the glue or the paint off. Yeah. Yep, that's it. Yeah, so that's good, isn't it? So let's Mod Podge this. Okay. Come on, get all the bits off, otherwise we'll have white bits everywhere. I don't know, it might add to it. We don't know, do we? Could do. Right, this is matte Mod Podge. Okay. Yeah, you don't have to. You can use a glue stick if you like, but Mod Podge is brilliant for doing this. And the good thing about Mod Podge is so you can put glue over the top. Oh, is that right? Wait a minute, I don't know if that's quite. I think I'm going to have about an 1/8 of a millimetre. 1/8 of a millimetre gap. A very, very tiny gap, but I don't want a gap at all. Right. So I'll just collage this then, okay. I'm using this. This is on Ko-fi, and this is on Ko-fi. Okay, this, yeah, that's on Ko-fi as well. So should be all on Ko-fi. There's different ones of these, but this one should be on Ko-fi. See, I've done it again, haven't I? I'm going to put that over there because I've left a gap. Yeah, what am I like? Yeah, so it's nearly dry and I've cut round the edges to get rid of the excess. Okay. And then you can, yeah, perhaps do this if you like. Just might get rid of a few more. Make it nice and flush. That's a really good idea if you're doing something like a proper tag though. If you're doing, that's a really good idea. I'm going to have to get some proper glue. Wait a minute. Right, so this is, I'm just going to glue that bit obviously. Yeah. Glue it, magoo it. What I was thinking of then, that's like a massive white thing, but obviously I think I'm going to ink it up around the edge. Yeah, so you can glue all the bits of, yeah, that's not too bad, that feels quite smooth. I thought it was going to feel a bit more sticky than that. Yeah, but it doesn't. Right, good thing, good idea to make a hole where you've got your hole if you want to do that now. So you know where you, although you could probably just wing it, I suppose, if you want to do it afterwards. But it's probably a good idea to do it now, actually. Even I've got some logic sometimes. Ooh. There we go. Right, then... yeah, when I've done tags, and I've done, you know, and you've got a lovely thick piece and you've done that over, you've stuck something both sides, you do use this. Oh, it's lovely. Makes a really nice edge. Right, okay. Now, what was I going to do? I was going to use, I know I was going to use some of this because this is slightly different. I was going to use a piece of this if it's long enough. Isn't it? Yeah. Ooh, yes, I was going to use that straight like that. I don't know if it would do it with Mod Podge or do it with, perhaps I could use some of this. I'd put the Mod Podge away. Yeah, matte medium I use as well for collaging. You know. It's probably the most expensive way to collage. It's nice actually to do that. It's nice actually, yeah, I was going to say. It's very nice actually. Right, there we go. Let's put that on there. And this is what I mean, yeah, you do that and it pushes the glue to the edge when it's wet. So don't leave it to dry then do it, because it won't do it, no. Yeah, I don't know why I want to do this, but I want to have a go at doing this to see what that's like. I'll show you what you can possibly do if you like afterwards as well. Right, yeah, it's okay. I thought that was a hole. There was a hole in this bit here. I've mended it. But yeah, it's really smooth, that is. It's really nice. It feels really nice as well. I don't know where I've put my other scissors. But anyway, these will do, won't they? It's got a bit of French down here, you know. So I can speak French, but German, I do not know any German. I was quite surprised with some of the words, because I thought zoo was you, actually. When I did that German the other day. So if you're German or you know German, watch the previous video. It's previous one. It should be the previous video, and I'm speaking in German and I do not understand what I'm saying. It's a little poem. Hope Ellen's seen it. I love Ellen to comment. Ellen's from Germany, I know that. If anybody else is German who watches me, let me know. I'd love to know. Or speaks German, yeah, really well. Or speaks German. Because I could probably understand French and I'm not brilliant. But I could understand it. Right, there, right. So now I'm going to make some, I think I'm going to make some creases. I don't know whether that's dry enough. That's a bit worrying sometimes. Might leave it to dry a minute. I'll see if I can dry it with my dryer. Right then, so I forgot to film it earlier, didn't I? Yeah, so I didn't actually. Yeah, I forgot to switch it back on. I was a bit confused. I thought, hold on, have I just switched that back on? Anyway, so what you want to do is get a scoreboardy thing or some sort of thing, or a ruler and a something like a bone folder, and let's score. So I'm using this because guess what, my scoreboards, that is plural. Actually I've got I've got about 4. I've got 2 great big ones and a little one. I don't know where any is. That's what it's like. And I'm going to try and change that because I've got to sort everything out, haven't I? Right, so what you can do, even this actually has got a proper score thing normally, but I'm going to use it like this because I'm just showing you can do that. I'm scoring this at 3 inches. Hopefully, I'm just going to make sure it is. Don't do it any more than 3 inches. And that is 7.6 or something. Something like 7.6 centimeters. Because that's what you can do with centimeters. You can put very tiny little marks, can't you? Right, no, this is I think going to be too wide. So I don't know where it's here. This is what I want. This thing, very slim. Yeah, and that goes in the groove, even though there's quite a lot of paper there. This is actually made from file folder now. Yeah, right, then you move along. I'll move that along to the 3. Oh no, hold on a minute. No, we've got to do the 3 1/4. Sorry, dears, we've got to do 3 1/4 now. So I'm going to move that to there. I'm getting that 3 1/4, 3 1/4 there. That was too high, the other bit, wasn't it? Actually, you couldn't see the top. 3 1/4, 3 1/4, yes. And that is going through, yes. It needs to as well, yeah. And then you do that one at 6 1/4. Yeah, I've got to move it over, haven't I? So now I've got to move it around. Yeah, I was even doing this, not even filming earlier. I was telling you about this. I was telling you how I had to turn it here, but nobody was actually watching. So that's what it was like. And I realised there was actually some little plastic lines here. Rather than, yeah, it is plastic. It's rather than they're actually grooved in rather than actually printed on it. So I thought, ooh, yeah. So that needs to be there. Okay. And oh dear, I'm not even doing it on the line here. It might be better off with a ruler actually in a bone folder. This could be classed as a bone folder, I suppose. And then you put it there. Okay, let's get it into the groove. I don't know if it's got to prove its love to me, but there you go. Oh, that's not done it very well, has it? That's very... let's try this one. I think that 6 1/4 has not performed as well as it should have. So let's get that back. 6 1/4 is there. It's where it, of course, where it bends. I'm going to go along that line again. Yeah, it is slightly over this way, isn't it? Yeah, with a scoreboard you would be slightly better. Slightly. Hopefully that's the end of the insertion. Okay, if you look, it's a different one that I've got, but that's because I've made that one. It's all completed. Okay, and then when you've done this, you need to bend it perhaps towards the middle bit, so you've got bends and everything. Yeah, having a craft lunch over there. I think I probably cut out the original when it all fell earlier. Yeah. So yeah, so that goes. This feels very plasticky because I've also done this with Mod Podge as well. Okay, so now I could do like I'm going to do with the other one, and I forgot to ink it up as well. Looks like a tick there. What's that? Nike, is it? Nike tick. Yeah. It's not really a Nike tick. That's just what it looks like. Right, and there, so then you've got that. Okay, so then you've got all those, and then you can put that in there and it nestles nicely. But I've got to, what I would have to do is probably just add some glue. Oh yeah, look at that, add some glue. I think quite a bit of glue in there to glue it down. Yeah, to make sure it's all nicely together. And oh, that's a point. Look at this. Yeah, again with the other one I had to take a sliver of edge off here as well so it could fold out, even though that's yeah, because that's pushing that a bit. And yeah, so you just have to take a sliver. I mean, I could do it with scissors the last time I did it with, and it's ever so the time I like cutting with scissors, it was he was saying to me the other day, scissors don't cut straight or something. No, I think it's actually the person who's using them that doesn't cut straight, really, you know. That's what it is. There you go. So I think it was Sandra, actually. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, so that's, and perhaps I could do with a little tiny bit more off there. Obviously you could do these to what measurements you like, actually, can't you? You don't have to do it to my measurements. You could adapt it to your measurements and just make the little, that's the size, whatever that size is, that's the size of the paper you use in there. I don't know if I've mentioned using that, because I think that's a pretty good idea. Anyway, I shall carry on with the rest of the video now. So okay, I've got my bent one. I thought I'd switch this off, but perhaps I switched it on. Yeah, I've got some needles in here. Yeah, some needles. Yeah, so there we go. Right, so what you do now is you want to get that in the middle like this. Yeah. So without having to do it twice, let's get it clipped. Where's all my clips? Oh, they're here. I've got some here. I don't know if this will... These are the special clips I need. I don't know. Let's have a look. I want that against there like that. So let's see if I can. That needs gluing, look. Yeah, it all needs gluing, doesn't it, again? Right, and I'll bend that one bit back a minute while I do this. Yeah, that's kept that in the right place. As it, can't tell now, can you? Yes, that's in the right place. If I clip that there, and then like that. Well, that's not gone in the right place, is it? Oh, perhaps I need to clop it. Perhaps I need to clop it there. Clop it. Let's all clop it. What about some paper clips? That would do it, wouldn't it? Where's my paper clip, dear? Excuse that the way, dog. Might not need these big ones, I don't know. I want to make sure that that stays there. And that stays there. When I did it, actually, the first time I did it like I do the junk journals, as a cover and as the other bit. So I'm trying to get my feet around some wires. Yeah. Right, so that's in the middle there, that's in the middle. If I keep that in the middle there, that would be okay, wouldn't it? and then we're going to poke a hole hopefully in the middle. That'll be at the middle-ish. Okay, make sure that's right. I think I'm just making a little dent, hopefully, so that it's going to be in the middle. Oh, done it too. Right, keep your fingers out of the way when you do this. If you do it like me, if you don't, you've probably got the most amazing method of doing this. It's so logical that I can't think of it. Okay, let's see if I can do it like that. Right. If this hasn't done it, I don't know what is. It's got to be in that row somewhere, hasn't it? So I've done these, okay, there, and I should have some corresponding holes or corresponding marks here. So that's definitely there, isn't it? No, it isn't. What's that supposed to be? Ah, you see, I didn't. Right, I think that's one, hopefully one. And that is the second one, which I'm going to move up to the middle. And then where is the blooming middle? Where's the blooming middle? Seriously. That's it, I can see it now, it's here. Right, so I made a little hole there now. And see, it didn't work, did it? No, my logic's no good. Right, so yeah, is that, must be that one there, yeah. Okay, so now I've got 3 holes to put my needle in and my thread in. You don't have to do it, you could probably do you can staple it in, I suppose, but obviously you've got a little, if you've done it like me, you've got a little spine there, so obviously you would have to staple them in the middle. What colour thread am I using? White would be good, yeah. White or black, actually. I've still got this facing the other way, haven't I? Sticking to the Mod Podge, yeah. Everything else is sticking to the Mod Podge as well. Let's get that the other way as well. Let's do that, because that's sticking out. I want it to stick in a bit, yeah. Right, so obviously 3 of these. 3-ish. That's very loosely 3, isn't it? Yeah. You can. These are the methods of binding as well, isn't there? There's that one with we start at one side and do it and then finish it that side as well. There's that one, but I do it I do the middle version. Did I get I didn't get a needle out, did I? Or needle. I didn't get my needle out. Right, let's get a canoodle. Let's get the thin one. Thin one, that should go through, and I've dropped my thread on the floor. Right. Right then, so let's sew. Yeah, so that one would go through there, through here. So through the middle one, through the middle one. If you haven't done this before, you could probably go fast now, okay? You've done this a million times, but yeah, and then through the middle one, through the top, through the, and then all the way to the bottom and through that one at there. And then, come on dear, let's get some single thread and back through the middle. This is very unlikely to split the thread because it's the way it is. Yeah, and then you come out, so you just make sure that you either side of the little middle bit, yeah, like that. So, and then for some reason you have to get your thread. I don't know why. I don't think there's any logical reason. It might be to do with the tying it and the way it is, but some people say get them exactly the right size, but I haven't. So, so there to those people who say, right, and then you do that. I don't know who says it. I don't know who said it. Look, I bet you're really annoyed about my black on my thumbs, aren't you? Do you know what? You haven't got it on your thumbs, but I have, and it's annoying me. So do not get annoyed by that. Right, so that's the way round. I've done it upside down. It won't matter though, will it? No. I said to myself, I must not do it upside down. What did I do? Upside down. You can, of course, have it that way, because that's either way, really. Because it doesn't matter what you do, because I did one of mine like that, and it was brilliant, yeah. Right, so that's basically it, and then you can go ahead and decorate it. But I'm going to show you, because I think it's nice when people show you how you decorate it. I could do a little bird, couldn't I? So cute they are. My little birdie. Right, no, it wasn't that one. It was this. Was it the back of this one? I was going to show you. I have got my watercolours. So I've got my water, because I'm going to do a watercolour. You can obviously foam stamp. Foam stamps are, if you've not made any foam stamps, where have you been? You've got some foam stamps, alright. They look very professional, very easy to use. I've just bought some gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, more gorgeous, what's name stamps from Rubber Dance. But you can only print on it. Print with, I've got one here, I've got an example. I can't print with that, it doesn't work. Oh, what's that other, this is it. I can only print with this. It's absolutely gorgeous though when it prints. And what did I buy? Oh, it was some mark making, believe it or not. Well, they're not bad, actually, not bad. Price, really. And I'm not going to do it normally, because I'm not normal, yeah. I'm not going to do it normally, because this is Hazy Crazy Arts, and I don't think I do it normally, do I? Right, so I'm just going to do an outline, okay, with a black, why not? Like I would a foam stamp. Flower, okay, so let's have a look. This is how I draw a flower, and you could do the same with a foam stamp as well. Yeah, like that. And that shouldn't run when it's dry, by the way. And you don't have to do it like this. You could do it the proper watercolour way. The professional watercolour way. There you go. You can do it the professional watercolour way if you like as well. But I'm using it as... I'm misusing it. Yeah, that's it. Because I can. Yeah, that's it. Oh dear, I didn't mean to do that. But never mind. So that's how I do it. See how I'm doing that, and then I'm coming in and doing this. You could draw a pencil line, I suppose, and do it like that. Okay, now this is a thin brush, about one, is it? Yeah. And see, I'm new my brushes. I don't really. I think I've used it before. And I'm going to do orange petals now. You don't actually use it like that. You can spray these as well. I've got some spray here. It's got blue in it, but it's so the blue's so weak it won't show up. Gosh, I've rinsed that out a million times. I put blue in it once. Yeah, so I'm just gonna see if I can. Where's a tester? You need to test it, don't you? That's a test. That could be, no, that can't be a test. That's a naughty test. That would be a naughty tester. That can be a test. That's very orange, is it? Good job I tested it. It don't matter. I could have made it more orange. You might be the colour on that's more orange. I could make it more colour on the brush, couldn't I? I'm teaching you bad habits, aren't I? Oh, that's naughty. Make it, so it's suggesting doing this, but you could draw that with a pencil anyway. Imagine that this line is a pencil, because this is what I'm like. And then I've put orange, I put yellow or green in the middle. There's a bit of yellowy green, yeah. And then, oh, where's me? I'm going to do it a little bit more, but we'll give it a bit more oomph, I think. It's a bit, yeah, it's a bit, pale. Yeah. And then I perhaps can put some blue around the edge, give it a bit of a sky effect. Could have done that first, but hey, no. I don't do things in the logical order. I can't remember. I think it was Valerie who asked me about how to do the flower child thing. I think I'm gonna come in and make that really black when it's dry, because that's gonna look a lot better. That looks a bit wan. That's made it really flat, actually. Right, so what am I going to use now, dear? Right, I'm going to actually use a pencil. I don't always, I just write it. But because it's on camera, I can do it. So you could put anything, you could actually do it across. Stay Wildflower Child, and I don't know if it's attributed to anybody. Oh, there's one. There's a lovely one I did. Sorry, dog. I don't mean to disturb. Here's a nice one I did the other day. That was quite nice. In fact, I'm going to do that. I'm going to show you that as well. There's my birdie. Yeah? Right, so I'm going to put Stay Wildflower Child underneath, just to see where it goes. And I might adjust it anyway, because that's what you can do. Child, yes, I think that would be about right. See, I could have written it on, couldn't I? But if I had written it on, here's a pen that's quite nice. Is it? Well, let's find my bit where I've got me. Yeah, that works. Right, let me see if I can do it, and then I'm going to colour in the flower better. Can we see this? I'm going to try and keep out your way. Because I noticed the other day, I thought, I've got my hand directly on where the camera is. I do my A's quite square, wild, and I'm not even getting it accurate. So all this takes, if you want to do neat writing or special writing, it takes a bit of practice. I used to always do typewriter style writing years ago. I wrote a whole story in it. I won a competition with my story. Right, and it's only for a local group, and a lady says, I thought it was written by somebody else, and she was a more established writer. Yay! Stay Wildflower Child. So there, that's that. And now I'm going to find the small one of these. That's the other one, of course it is. Yeah, I've got so this is the 1mm one of these. Okay, it's going to go round. Try not to get in your way. I don't know if I did it with this or that. I can't remember, but we'll do some. Oh yeah, I know what I'm going to do. So do little dots or circles there, a little line here. This is what I've been doing lately. I could use my bleed proof white, or Bleed proof white. I've got a thinner brush. No, that's not a thinner brush, that's a fatter brush. I want a thick, there's one. A really thin brush. Naught. And my bleed proof white, which is not that one, it's the other one. Dearest, where are you? Dearest, come to me. Oh, come to mama. I don't know where my bleed proof white's gone. It should be there next to it. Yeah. Oh, it's here. It's there next to me. Oh, it came really close to. It says I was already here. There we go. There we go. So then you can put little. Well, you can add little dots. Okay, hold on, that's too much on it. Add little dots to that, and add little dots to this. Okay, like that. You can also add little dots or dashes actually to the petals. I don't know if you can. That too, yeah. A bit thick. Something like that. That's well spaced apart. Yeah, like that. And there's some little dotties. Yeah, and then add some, yeah, okay. Add some train noises. Don't know if you heard the train noises. That looks rather cute, doesn't it? And then I can add some little more dots. It sort of looks cute when you've got little dots on there. That'll do, won't it? I think something around the back would look nice. Some little blue dots or circles. Right, you could actually splash it or something like that with some paint, or you could actually manually manually draw some circles. I'm just testing that, and I think that would look quite nice. Like sometimes I do some. I've probably done. Have I done it in some of the? I've done it in some things. I think it was when I did the index card. Was it? Did little squares, and then well, little dots, and then I thought it looks like snow, so I made it into little squares. I don't know if that's too thick. No, it's fine. These are blobs and circles I'm doing now. Okay, I thought I'd add a bit more interest to the page. It looked a bit flat. Yeah, so okay, a bit of there we go. Just do a bit down there. You can be more careful and do some proper circles. Anyway, there we go. How about that? So that finishes off that, although I'm not keen on these last. That one's gorgeous. And those are gorgeous. That one's okay, but I could have done a better job of her. She could be wearing a prettier dress. And right, so to finish it off, you would actually do use a piece of string to tie it. Let's see how much that would need. I think 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 probably. And then what did I think? Oh, you could use some, well, you don't have to use string, you could use other things. Push it through like this, with one end a bit shorter than the other. This is what Karen Lane did, yeah, she did that. And then she did the same. But I haven't done it like this before, but I think it's quite a good idea. And then just do it like that. And you can tie a bow with the rest of it. Wherever you like on that side, yeah. That's the best bow, isn't it? Didn't work. But anyway, that's it. And let's get the other ones. I've got the, obviously this one with the put a black one on there. That looked nice with a black one on, wouldn't it? And then I've got some bits sticking up, so they oh, I didn't do that very well, did I? That one's not very long, but you can always change it. There you go. Wonderful. I think the same size. Yeah. Right, so how many have I got? I've got loads of them actually. That one's not one yet. That one's my favourite so far because it's gorgeous. Yeah, absolutely. It's got the thing in a different way round. That doesn't matter, does it? It doesn't matter at all, actually. So if you get it the wrong way round or you want it the other way round, that's fine. Rules are made to be broken, etc., etc. Right, I do hope you like my content today. Thank you so much for watching, and please give me a thumbs up, that'd be absolutely amazing, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much. Please, that helps my channel grow. All these interactions, making comments, everything like that, liking the video, it does help the channel to grow. So thank you so much if you do that for me. And I'll see you next time. Thank you.